Council of the City of Norfolk will now commence. This meeting is necessary for the council to continue operations of the city and the discharge of its lawful purposes, duties, and responsibilities, and is being held in pursuant to and in compliance with City of Norfolk Ordinance 47967 as authorized by Virginia Code Section 15.2-1413 and will be conducted telephonically and electronically. Notice of this meeting was given to the public on June 1st, 2020 in the Virginian Pilot, and an electronic copy of the agenda was posted on the city's website May 28th, 2020. No public comment will be taking place during this work session. We will now call the roll.
Mrs. Doyle?
Here.
Mrs. Graves? Mrs. Graves?
Here.
Thank you. Mrs. Johnson?
Here.
Mrs. McClellan?
Here.
Mr. Riddick? Here. Thank you. Mr. Smeagol? Mr. Smeagol?
I can barely hear you. Is the microphone not on there or something?
No, sir.
Tommy, I think it's your internet, my friend.
No, I can hear the rest of you fine. I just can't hear Alan or Bernard.
Alan is difficult to hear.
Okay. Mr. Smeagol? Can you turn that up, Ken?
But I'm here.
Mr. Smeagol, thank you. Dr. Alexander?
Here.
Thank you.
Before we go into a closed session, I want to make a statement and solicit the council for the Mayor's Commission on Social Equity and Economic Opportunity. We need to examine, evaluate, discuss disparities in health, housing, education, and employment, and economic opportunity and well-being among Norfolk residents. This committee should address historical and persistent issues that have impacted access and opportunity for Norfolk's residents, while examining social and economic anxiety and creating a true bridge that should connect Norfolk's versus various communities. There should be a focus on wealth building, employment and job training, disparities in education opportunity and attainment, access to technology, criminal justice reform, and Norfolk's continued commitment to community-based public safety. This committee should be careful to avoid symbolic gestures of reconciliation. I will chair this commission, and Andrea McClellan has been asked to serve as my vice chair. Each member of the council will be asked to recommend a person from the community to serve. It should consist of a cross-section of Norfolk's residents and stakeholders. In wake of recent tragedies involving police brutality and racially motivated violence, let's continue to have our actions speak for us. Police brutality and hate crimes must stop. They will not find safe harbor in today's Norfolk. For 338 years, Norfolk has struggled with its own history of human bondage, hate, racially motivated crime and violence, structural inequality, and poverty. We have determined that the continued success of our city will be determined by our ability to recognize our legacy of injustice, atone and appreciate everyone's humanity, and begin a long process of healing together. Our continued growth in this city is evolving as a modern city that will always demand this change. Norfolk is by no means perfect, but we will continue to strive to be the best, especially in the administration of public safety. I want to recognize the Norfolk Police Department for being responsive upholding their duty to protect every citizen and hearing citizens' concerns. We are all learning from the protests that have occurred and hope that they will continue to be in a manner that honors the lives of those who have lost to injustice and hate. Let's keep engaging one another. Let's remain in peaceful dialogue with one another, and let's keep learning from one another. Thank you for listening. Mr. Clerk, motion to go into closed session.
I move that the members of council assemble informally in closed meeting June 2nd, 2020 at 4:08 p.m. in the 10th floor conference room of the City Hall building in the city of Norfolk for the
Mr. Clerk?
purposes which are set out in.
Alan, it's very difficult to hear you. None of us can.
If I go to the podium, would that be better?
Mr. Clerk, why don't you go to the podium?
He's heading there now.
I move that the members of City Council assemble informally in closed meeting on June 2nd, 2020 at 4:09 in the 10th floor conference room of the City Hall building in the city of Norfolk for the purposes which are set out in clauses 1, 7, 3, and 7 of subsection A of section 2.2-3711 of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act as amended. Clause 1, discussion of candidates for appointments to boards and commissions. Clause 7, consultation with legal counsel pertaining to probable litigation where such consultation in an open meeting would adversely affect the litigating posture of the public body. Clause 3, discussion of the acquisition of real property in the military highway corridor for a public purpose where discussion in an open meeting would adversely affect the bargaining or negotiating strategy of the public body. Clause 7, consultation with legal counsel regarding gaming. Mrs. Doyle? Mrs. Doyle?
Aye.
Mrs. Graves?
Aye.
Mrs. Johnson?
Aye.
Mrs. McClellan?
Aye.
Mr. Riddick? Yes, sir. Mr. Smeagol?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Dr. Alexander?
Aye.
We are in closed session.